Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe button. Tell a friend. Here we have another crazy story. Sean Kingston, they got him. Imagine that. Sean Kingston, he's incarcerated right now. He's incarcerated for a silly reason. Imagine that. He tried to keep up with the Joneses. Live a fancy lifestyle, imagine that. But they got him. They said there's a possibility he might have to face with 20 years behind the bars. That's so long. Almost 20 years ago, Sean Kingston became popular. They say he tried to get the biggest TV in the world. So he had to go to jail. Imagine that. Imagine having to go to jail just because you try to get the biggest TV in the world. But I'm trying to figure out what he's going to do with that TV right there. I mean, does he have bad eyes? I don't know. Imagine that. Imagine you have bad eyes. They said the screen of a TV was so massive, it was almost 300 inches, 200 something inches. I mean, anything over 200 something inches, you might as well say something 300 inches. Imagine that. Imagine running it off. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what he's trying to do with that massive TV. You know what it is? I'm thinking about it right now. Maybe he just wants to stand in front of that TV and dance. Da. Probably say, you know what, I made it. I got the biggest TV around. Not just that, other things too. Imagine that. They say Sean Kingston, he's known for, telling people, you know what, I'll pay you back later. Either way, Sean Kingston, they said, he's gonna have to turn, he's going to jail. I'm trying to figure out, he's gonna be singing songs to the inmates, most likely. He's gonna, beautiful, that's right, now. You're a beautiful girl. I forgot the rest of the song. You know what I mean. But guaranteed he's gonna be singing. Imagine that. Imagine Sean Kingston going behind the bars and not singing to the inmates. That would be so disrespectful. So that's what's going on with Sean Kingston right now. He decided, you know what? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what did he do with his money. Imagine that. What did he do with all his money? I know what he did with it. He squandered it. Squandered. The definition of squandered was he purchased unnecessary things with his money. Now he's down and out. They say he had a bond for $100,000. He's supposed to pay the courts. Matter of fact, he promised him. Imagine that. Is that the truth? They said a promise of comfort to a fool. Is that the truth? Sean Kingston said, you know what? I'm going to promise him. I'm going to pay him some money. When I get out, I'm not going to pay him. Imagine that. The same thing he's been accused of doing. Imagine that. Say I'm going to pay you some money, and he didn't pay it. But either way, they said Sean Kingston, he's going to have to check himself in. Imagine that. I'm trying to figure out what type of prisoner will he be? Will he be the man in prison say, you know what? I need turkey, sausages, and I need pork sausages at the same time. Imagine that. Matter of fact, I need my eggs scrambled. I need scrambled eggs, and I need over easy eggs, and I need extra butter on my English muffin. Imagine that. And I need cream cheese on my bread. Imagine that. He's so demanding. Imagine that. He think he's so free. Imagine that. What type of prisoner would Sean Kingston be? Will he feel like entitled, or will he say, you know what? I don't know. Only thing I do know, he's trying to get that big old TV. He tried to dance in front of that TV screen like that. But here's the thing right here, they say he had $100,000 bill. But Sean Kingston, he didn't have the money, he's poor. Imagine that. They say he didn't have the luxury to sell any of his jewelry because he didn't own them. They say he didn't have the luxury of selling any of his cars to get some money because he didn't own them. Imagine that. They say he didn't have the luxury of selling any of his homes to make some money because he didn't own them. Imagine that. He's a rent. I mean, well, I don't know what he was doing with his money. He was squandering that money. Don't forget, Sean Kingston. Well, I don't want to get too much into it. I don't know a lot. Only thing I do know, they say Sean Kingston, he's going to have to go to jail. Imagine that. I'm trying to figure out, is Sean Kingston going to have the luxury of getting champagne behind the bars? Imagine that. Imagine Sean Kingston say, you know what? I am who I am. The CEO is going to bring Sean Kingston some champagne in. So he's going to be able to have the luxury of, probably not champagne, probably some wine. Imagine that, some wine. He's probably going to have the luxury of sipping some wine after he eats his meal. Imagine that, he's free. It's like he's still free. Imagine that. I'm sipping on some wine while I'm having my meal. Will that be the reality for Sean Kingston? Or will the reality kick in for Sean Kingston? Will these individuals prey on him and say, you know what, Sean Kingston, he might have a couple of dollars put away. He just don't want to pay those lawyers. He got some money. He know famous people. Will Sean Kingston be pressured behind the bars? Maybe. Either way, he came a long way. 20 years later, he was a young man with money. Now he's an old man without money. Imagine that. Imagine being old and poor at the same time. Imagine that. I'm old and I'm poor at the same time. It's an unbelievable thing. But don't forget, I'm just talking. I don't know a lot. Only thing I do know is crime, no pay, but I see him do it. Unbelievable. Sean Kingston said, you know what? I want to have the biggest TV in the world. I'm going to dance in front of it like la 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 la.